Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey, hey, huh.
Hey,
Hey, what's up? Thank you guys for watching. I'm Brandon London. This is the AfterBuzz TV Thursday Night Football After Show. We had a big game today. You like the way I did that show? You like what I did with the voice?
I did.
Cool?
Let it roll.
Pretty good.
I'm getting real West Coast now. I'm on that West Coast. That's why we got the Too Short going. But let's get into it a little bit. First we had the Bills and the Jets today. A huge game. A lot of playoff implications. You see the jersey she has on. That's why there's a side. Matter of fact, why don't you go ahead and tell the people who you are? What's up?
Hey guys, I'm Stef Z. You guys can tweet me at IAMSTEFZ. I'm really happy to join you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite. My
Yeah.
team played. Usually I'm on the Monday night panel, but it is Thursday night. I'm here. My team lost. I'm still very happy to be sitting next to you two lovely men.
Ooh, wait. Ooh.
That's right. That's how I lay it down.
Love it when they call me Big Pop.
I'll call you Big Papa once in this. You just wait.
I hear you. Ooh.
Tell them who you are, D. Hey.
Well, anyways, y'all, I'm Big Play. Derek Hagan in the building. You guys can tweet me tonight at DHagan80, Hagan. I will be on. Talk to me. Any questions you got, let me know. We're here to talk to y'all.
And I go by the name of Brandon London, my Twitter name, social media name, at Cultured Athlete, because I am the Cultured Athlete. Me and D. Hagan used to be teammates back in the, 2008, 2009 Miami Dolphins?
Yeah, man.
That season,
that seems like it was so long
That's
ago.
why you guys are hating on me so much.
We're Dolphins guys.
Oh, squish the fish.
We're Dolphins guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
At least you were Dolphins when their logo was actually a dolphin. It looks a little whale-like now.
what is it? Oh, it's
Well,
a whale?
they try to put the
No, it's a dolphin. It just looks funny. They changed it last
They
year.
try to make them a little meaner. That's what they try to do with the
Yeah.
dolphin.
Okay,
That's
squishy
alright.
fish. All right, so
right.
let's get into it. First and foremost, thoughts.
My thoughts is that, being a Jets fan, knowing the Jets for a while, I feel like the start of this season, the best, and whatever, we saw him out on the field today. The best thing that could have happened to us was Geno Smith getting punched in the face. I know it's terrible as a team situation, but I really do think that we've been an organization that struggles with a rookie quarterback, and not that Geno was a rookie this year, but we don't have the foundation to build quarterbacks in the offense in order to win games. A lot of our head coaches, Todd Bowles, Rex Ryan, are all defensive quarterbacks, so I feel like anyway, tonight was the time where we saw both of them on the field again, but I feel that the past two games we've played, we've seen the old Jets, and I feel like we started off, there was a lot more charisma, there was a lot more leadership on the field, there was a lot more cohesiveness in the beginning games than there were the past couple games, so I'm not quite sure what's happening. I mean, I know Fitzpatrick's hurt. I feel like when we played against the Raiders and he got hurt, like everyone just threw their hands up and decided not to play anymore. So overall thoughts is that it's a little concerning to me that we're starting to see the old Jets, because I know you guys might be Jets haters, but I did see like the Jets were relevant week 2, week 3. People were talking about the Jets. People were talking about they're on this upswing. It's a different team that we're seeing. And the past couple games I'm seeing, well, we beat the Jaguars, but it was sloppy and ugly. But the game before that, when we lost to the Raiders, I'm seeing signs of the old Jets, which makes me nervous.
Man, that's coming from a true fan. That's a huge Jets fan. She's wearing, what's that, Eric
Decker's
Decker?
jersey.
I bet you used to have Wayne Corbett jersey, huh?
I had Wayne Corbett jersey. I had a Marty Lyons jersey. I had a Joe
Lavernius
Klecko.
Coles,
I
probably.
had
Shit.
Lavernius Curls. I had
Jericho
Richard
Cotchery.
Todd, Kenny O'Brien.
Oh, wow.
I got a Jets onesie. I like, me and my Jets, we go
She
deep.
said it was. Your thoughts, D. Hague. Tell us what Big Play thought.
Man, honestly, I've thought the Jets have just been the same old Jets from
Week 1?
every single year.
Every single year.
Honestly, the Jets, they're playing in New York. It's a big media market. It doesn't matter what they do. the Jets are going to get as much pub as the New York media wants to put on them. It doesn't matter if they're winning or they're losing. Yes, last year they had Rex Ryan as their coach, but the last 4 years it's just been awful for the Jets. 8-8, 4-12, 6-10, 8-8 again. So if you don't make the playoffs in New York, the media is going to be on you no matter what you do. Like you said, the best thing that happened to the Jets this season was Geno Smith getting punched in the face. Yeah. Even though that sounds bad, but
I think to piggyback on that,
it was a good thing.
Yeah, to piggyback on that, I feel like the play that the media has is what somewhat messes up the system. I mean, like you think of a quarterback like Mark Sanchez. Eventually the media got to him.
Right.
You think of Geno Smith, it's like these young quarterbacks come in and we don't give them the skills, we don't give them the tools to grow into a system, and once they start doing bad, your own fans boo you. Like, that's just what it is in New York. And it's terrible, but what it is. So that media, I think, has been playing into the cohesiveness of this team.
Well, that's how Jets fans are. They want winners. Let alone they've started off with rookie quarterbacks, Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith. I don't think those were the two best options, but every year you're going to have a quarterback coming out of draft that a GM or the team that just wants to pick, because that's the time where the Jets needed a quarterback. Now, with that being said, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick right now is probably the best quarterback they've had since
out of
Brett
those
Favre.
three.
Out of those three, Ryan Fitzpatrick
totally
is hands down the best one. Hands down.
And not even that. Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't going to be our franchise quarterback.
No.
So you got to think you got this guy Bryce Petty who shows a little bit of. There's talent there. There could be something there, and I'd rather
You're fishing.
No, but listen. No, just hear me.
He's the second round. He's the second
late
round
round
option.
Right. But what I'm saying is, we've never had. He's learning and watching a smart veteran. Maybe Fitzpatrick isn't the most amazing quarterback, but he's head smart. So what Bryce Petty's watching is someone who's confident, someone who's trying to make smart decisions, better than him watching somebody like Geno Smith if there was a chance for him to develop into something.
So
that's all I'm saying. There's a better chance for him to develop into something with someone like Fitzpatrick as our quarterback than Geno Smith.
We're talking now, though. We don't have time to develop. We're 5-4. We're tied for second in the AFC East behind the Patriots, and we're tied with Buffalo Bills right now after this loss at 5-4.
Actually, they're probably ahead of us because they got 2 divisional wins.
So we're talking now. We're not talking. We don't have a chance to develop Bryce Petty.
But that's the thing.
What do we have now?
But being a Jets fan, you always gotta hope for the future because you don't got it right now.
Yeah, you definitely don't have it now. The NFL's a win now business.
I'm not deluded. I don't think we're winning the Super Bowl tomorrow. You know what I mean?
So what have you done for me lately?
Okay, so what have they done for them lately? I get it, but let's talk a little bit about statistic-wise during the first half, and let's get into some of the gameplay and some of these numbers. If you look at it, it wasn't a bad half for neither team. It was a pretty even match. It was 12-3, Buffalo Bills 12-3. The rushing yards 76 for Buffalo, 22 for the Jets. Passing yards 40 for Buffalo, 87 for the Jets.
Yeah.
They had a couple big plays throughout the passing game. 116 to 109 total yards. But here's the thing. 2 turnovers.
I was just going to say we
for
gave them
Jets.
the points. Yeah.
No turnovers for the Buffalo Bills. 9 points off of turnovers. Just like that in the first half. First half.
It's sloppy, ugly play.
That's just sloppy, ugly play. Brandon Marshall with the drop. How was that ball? Was it a decent ball? Was it a catchable ball?
Brandon Marshall has not. He's put up big numbers every year, but there's always something that he does to really make a mistake for the team that he's playing for.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether when he was with Miami or when he was with Chicago. Now he's with the Jets. It's always he does something wrong in the game.
But
it happens all the time.
He makes big enough plays for you to be like, okay, that's everyone's gonna
to
make
say
a bad play.
But
everyone's gonna have a bad play.
You're a professional. What we do is make plays. It's those little plays is what you got to work on and get fixed, because at crucial moments, that's when you can't make those mistakes.
Right.
No, I agree
Plain
with you.
and simple.
I mean, and I love Brandon Marshall, and I like him being a part of this team. I like what it does and the flexibility it's able to give Decker. But in the same sense, I mean, it's almost for every really big play he makes, he'll make 2 that he should, or there'd be 2 that he should have made. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
boneheaded plays.
Boneheaded. And it's just, and I get we've kind of, and again, I'm, this week, next week, maybe we're screwed. But I'm saying, in the whole scheme of things, we have a very different team this year. We got new receivers, a new quarterback, a new coach, so a new defensive. So I feel like there's a lot of moving parts. So I'm not.
But that's football. You can't. You can't.
Right, but
I
when
can't
you got
let that
team,
be an excuse.
No, it's not an excuse. But I'm just saying, like, what that is it's. When you have that in an organization like the New York Jets, you can't expect an undefeated season. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Like, what we have right now is kind of what, as a Jets fan, you're expecting. Like, you're happy with 5-4 right now because it's not 4-5 or it's not 3-6. You know, like, you're kind of happy with that,
well,
even though it's.
Sorry about that. We weren't expecting the Jets to compete this year, especially after 4-12 season. You got new head coach, first year head coach Tyler Bowles coming over from Arizona. Then you got Chan Gailey, who was my offensive coordinator when I played for the Buffalo Bills. He's been out of the league, not coaching for the past 2-3 seasons. So the Jets, with Coach Biles being in his first year, they're trying to bring in other coaches around him, so that'll take most of the pressure off of him, even though he's still trying to be the defensive coordinator. But nobody was picking the Jets to compete, not even be 5-4 at this time. Right. I wasn't expecting that at all.
You want to know a huge reason why? Is because when they, no disrespect to Chan Gailey or anything, but when they got to those 3rd and shorts, those 4th and shorts, the play calling. Terrible play calling.
We had some bad
You're
calling.
getting about 5, 6, 7, 8 yards a pop with Chris Ivory running up. He rushed for 18 attempts, 99 yards, with 21 being his longest. He had a couple nice runs, really nice runs, get them into a 2nd and short situation. Maybe there'd be a bad run after that or incomplete pass. We're in 3rd and 3 or 4th and 3. The BTLs, like I was saying earlier, hey, the throws behind the line when you're trying to hold up the receivers are trying to hold up the DBs. Those type of throws, these short, stupid throws, like why not run? Why not run it? You got them off the hills. Like I saw nothing from the offense today from the Jets offense, and it's always been a problem. Always
what do you guys think? I mean, I want to know your guys' opinion. I mean, clearly you've played in the league. I haven't. But, do you guys think, like, what is the problem with, Chris Ivory? Is it that, like, they were calling him the beast from the East, this, that, and the other thing. Is it because the offensive line fell apart? Like, how much of it can you blame on him as opposed to what's happening around him?
Well, football is the ultimate team sport.
Totally.
You can't. There's no way. It's not an individual sport. You can't just rely on one guy. Like baseball, you can hit a home run and get 5 or 6 RBIs. Basketball, you can put up 30, 40 points and you're the man. But football, you have to rely on everybody around you. And if the offensive line is not doing their job, not opening the holes, a running back like Chris Ivory, he's not going to be able to find his way through the line of scrimmage and get some positive yardage. And as we've seen, they started off strong in the first 4 or 5 games of the season. Chris Ivory, he was leading the league in rushing. Totally. Last 3 weeks he's fell off. Had a good night tonight, 18 for 99 yards. Right. But that's a decent night. Yeah, you want to get that 100-yard mark, but it's a team game. Everybody. Sometimes it'll come down to play calling, but you just never know. Like I said, they're coming off. It's Thursday night game. You really don't know what's going to happen too much in a Thursday night game. You don't know if guys are going to show up, if they're going to be ready to play. But tonight, I thought he had a good night. But like you were saying, some of the play calling tonight was just horrible.
Yeah.
And you can't expect a running back to be that consistent throughout a 16-week season. It's a lot of games. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body. So he got 18 carries tonight. He got 18 carries. What did he do in the passing game? 2 catches, 36 yards. He was active today.
Yeah.
Touched the ball 20 times today. That's a lot of hits.
Yeah.
So imagine this is the 9th game of the season. 20 times, that's 180 touches already. Your body is taking probably, let's say, 160 hits off that 180. You can't expect a run game to continuously get 100 yards a game. They had 99. That was really the only good thing for them. Eric Decker had 6 for 85. B. Marshall had 3 for 23 with the touchdown, but the ball distributing, there's nothing going on with the offense.
No, not
There's
right
nothing.
now.
And now you have Chan Gailey being out of the game for a little bit of time and coming in and trying to get his groove back. It's the 9th game. I just don't see it from this Jets offense. I still don't see it.
Well, this is where it all starts. It's now you're in the second half of the season, so it's where do you go from here?
Yeah.
Either you're going to go up or you're going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
You've been pretty much, I would say, one of the teams that's been trying to compete for the AFC East, but we know they're still behind the Patriots. Every team in the AFC East is behind the Patriots.
Oh yeah, I mean it's always you're looking for the wild card spot.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean?
You know,
Like,
until Tom Brady,
I'm not deluded.
until Brady and Belichick are gone, it's
Yeah, which
gonna be
apparently
rough.
is going to be 10 years according to Brady. We just screwed.
It's gonna be a long time.
So on the flip side, let's go in talking about Buffalo's offense a little bit, and we can go into their defense as well because I think their defense was just lights out phenomenal. I mean, they played a great game. New York's offense got hot towards the end of the third. They made a run in the early first, but they were 0 for 2 on those fourth downs, those crucial fourth downs in the red zone. One because of a drop, the other one terrible play calling. Ryan Fitzpatrick threw it over the tight end's head. He wasn't looking for the ball. Can you say it was a bad offense, or can you say Rex Ryan's defense just played lights out?
I feel like it's a little bit of both, to be honest with you. I feel like Rex Ryan's defense, as much as I was a big Rex Ryan fan, so there's no hate for Rex Ryan, but I feel like the way that he's a player's coach, the way that and I got. With some of the Jets that I've interviewed in the past have said that he's a player's coach, and I feel like he's got this new Buffalo team to buy into his system, and they want to play for him, and they go out, and D is his strong, so that his D, it was like how the Jets D was in the beginning. It's just they get behind the system that he has, and it works. So I feel like their D is totally on point, and it doesn't help that our offense, like if our offense was on point and not making as many mistakes, it would have been more interesting, and it would have been more of a battle for the D, but when you're playing sloppy offense against a D like that, you just don't have a chance.
Yeah, I think from the Bills standpoint, Rex Ryan is a player's coach because I know if I was still playing or had the opportunity to play, that's who I would want to play for. You always want to play for a player's coach because you would feel good. It just makes you feel good. And just to reiterate on the Bills' defense, Rex Ryan is a defensive-minded coach. That's what he wants to do. He wants to coach defense. He doesn't handle offense. He lets his offense coordinator handle offense. Coming in to last season, the Bills their defense was ranked number 2. And coming into this game this season, they were ranked number 16. So tonight, what they did was cause a lot of turnovers. And when you can cause turnovers, that's how you win games. 4 turnovers, that's really big.
That's really big.
That's tough because I felt like if they didn't cause those turnovers tonight, I don't think the Bills would have won the game tonight because it was 22-17.
Yeah.
You're scoring what they scored 3 times off of turnovers, and one was a fumble return off of a kickoff,
right? Yeah.
So
Which was
those things happen.
So we really didn't,
especially in the rain.
So we really didn't get to see the Buffalo Bills offense. We really did. I didn't see anything explosive from them. Everyone's talking about the one catch, the first down Sammy Watkins had, but he was pretty much shut down. When your tight end is your leading receiver, Charles Clay was 5 catches, 52 yards. Shady McCoy 5 catches, 47 yards. Where are the receivers? Where's the passing game? Where's the perimeter? I'm out here, coach. Get me the ball, coach.
You better throw me the ball.
If I'm Robert Woods or I'm Sammy Watkins, any receiver out there. They don't have enough firepower on this offense to help out this defense. Because Tom Brady is going to move the ball against his defense.
Tom Brady's going to move, but you got to understand, Tyrod Taylor is probably, I would say, the third best QB in the AFC East behind Ryan Tannehill and Fitzpatrick. So
he's worse than Ryan Tannehill.
Man, I
Are
don't know.
you kidding
I would
me?
say Tyrod. From a throwing standpoint. Okay, Taylor is explosive. He can do a lot with his legs, but as far as throwing a ball, I don't think he's all that. He was okay. He's from Virginia Tech. He put up a lot of numbers. Right?
Yeah.
Then he's playing. Then he goes to Baltimore. He's playing behind Flacco. Before entering this season, he only threw 35 passes. So
I understand that.
He won the starting job. He did what he did. I mean, I tip my hat off to him for doing that. But as far as being the guy, right now he's a game manager. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He manages the game. Yeah. He's not going to throw the ball 30, 40, 50 times. They're just not going to allow him to do that.
His exact stats were 17 for 27, 158 yards with 1 touchdown, no turnovers.
He didn't turn the ball over, but okay, they
No,
the fact
I'm
that matters
agreeing
is
with what
they
you
won
said.
the game, but we're talking about, is he getting the ball into his playmakers' hands?
Shady McCoy, 19
No, they
attempts.
should be producing a lot more offense.
A lot more.
19 runs, 112 yards. So I'm looking at it as the offense piggybacks off of Shady McCoy. Now this is his second 100-yard games in as many recent weeks.
Right.
They're starting to get the run game going. But just because you have the run game going, you only rush for 112 yards. It's not like you had a $150, $180. running back and your tight end still shouldn't be your leading receivers, both with 5 catches.
Right.
And then your second string running back had 1 catch, 26 yards. Woods and Sammy Watkins had 3 catches, 19 yards, 3 catches, 14 yards.
Well,
Those are my starting receivers.
From a receiver standpoint, I'm gonna be pissed off if you don't throw me the ball. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be angry.
If you're Sammy Watkins, you can't be pissed off.
Well,
you were targeted.
You're right, but you don't. It's like I don't put in all that work during the week to not go out there and produce. Sometimes the numbers aren't going to be there. It's just it might not be your night, but if it's consistently happening week in and week out, then it's a problem. Tonight it was they won the game, but like you said, Robert Woods and Sammy Watkins not contributing.
Right.
We can say that's coming from the Jets defense. Why? Revis Island. That's tough. That's a hard island to get off of over there. That's pretty tough.
And that's one of the topics we're going to talk about. But let's go into when the Jets got that momentum. They got a momentum swing. They had the drop punt. What's up with these punters, man? It wasn't that bad of a snap. It was a little bit off, but catch the freaking ball, yo. You don't even have to really go to meetings. You don't have to do much. The least you can do is catch the freaking punt.
Chilling in practice.
Catch the snap.
Absolutely just chilling in practice.
It was raining.
But you know what?
Just kidding.
But you know what? I would say this about punters. Punting is a hard job. It's not easy. Why? You got to be active. You got to be able to put the ball. Well,
it's catching the punt hard.
You know what? Then put some gloves on. You know it's raining.
And on that snap,
I was okay with that play.
On that snap,
you would. She would like that.
This is what I like about the Bills defense and what I hate about the Jets offense. Off of that bad snap, the Jets had previously scored off of that. The drive before. They make them go, I believe it was 3 and out. Make them go 3 and out. He drops the snap. They get the ball. They're in the red zone again, and they don't score.
Weren't they on the 12-yard line?
They're on like the 12-yard line. They don't score.
Welcome to the Jets.
To score.
You have to score there. Your offense has to score there. You have to find a way.
I forget the exact stats from last year, but it was something like horrendous of how many points we could not produce on either interceptions, turnover. You know what I mean? Like we have to be able to capitalize on those situations, especially when our offense is kind of off. Our D is good, but our D still doesn't look the way that it did in weeks 1 to 4. So it's like we've got to be able to, on something like that, when you get the ball to the 12-yard line,
your defense played well. Defense played very well.
They did.
They played for a situation that they got put into. They played very well.
True.
Remember, one of those touchdowns off the kickoff, special teams gave up a touchdown. That wasn't on us.
But I'm just saying the D when we played the Raiders, the D was sleeping. And it's come back more, but the D in the beginning was way more explosive than it was tonight.
It was.
So
we only have so many opportunities.
Yeah.
We broke it down.
We only have so many.
That was a nice breakdown.
Yeah.
This is a nice breakdown. So let's get in some of these topics. We can either we'll do Fielder's Choice right now because we can go into the whole Rex Ryan storyline, or we can go Revis versus Sammy Watkins.
I think I like being a receiver. I like the
Let's go,
Revis Watkins. We got to go there.
Do we have any AfterBuzz sound effects for Revis versus Sammy Watkins? Do we have any? No, after Welcome to the island, ladies and gentlemen. AfterBuzz, we're gonna definitely break down this matchup because I text you and was like, "Yo, this has to be a topic. We have to talk." And you said young pup versus what, the old bull, the wily vet, the old
wily vet,
There we go. There we
ding
go.
ding.
So
ding ding.
First half, Sammy Watkins was targeted 6 times. 2 catches, 10 yards, 2 drops. 2 wide open drops. They went deep on that first play. Running with a PCP.
Yeah.
Post, corner, post. PCP.
And that was a play, I believe we're talking about the same play. That was a play where Revis, it looked like it looked like he broke up the play, but he really didn't. He was late to the play.
He wasn't there. Sammy Watkins dropped that ball.
Yeah, and everyone was like, even on the commentators, like, talk about Revis, like, Revis is great, love him, don't get me wrong, but that play, I was like, he was late.
He was late.
But let me ask you a question. Could that be the Revis effect? Let's say you about to go up, you about to dunk. You see Shaq there. You don't think you're not dunking anymore. You're going to try to lay that up. Now it bounces off the rim a couple times. Boing, boing.
Right.
It's the Revis effect.
I'm okay with the Revis effect.
Is here.
You can't go up soft, period. You better, if you
you
going,
can't.
you better go up strong. It doesn't matter who's there, whether it's
Revis
Revis or Shaq. You go get it. You go do what you're supposed to do. If a penalty is going to be called or a flag is going to be thrown, let the ref do their job.
Let it be called.
Your job ultimately is to catch the ball.
I understand that.
Playing wide receiver, you got to catch the ball. And Sammy Watkins, yes, he's in his second year. But he's got to make that play.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. You got to make that play, Sammy.
Then the
and
third
he could have. It was all. That was a mental error. That wasn't. I don't believe that was a Revis. Because Revis was there, but it wasn't. Revis didn't physically take that play away from him.
But Revis, he could be there because on the slant. Remember, he ran the slant. Revis was off. He ran the slant on that third and 6 or 7.
Right.
And he dropped it again.
Yeah.
You saw his eyes. They slowed it down. You saw his eyes. You saw his body get ready for it to brace. Yeah. He thought Revis was going to be there. He was going to have to shake it off. That's another drop. The Revis effect. That's the Revis effect. That's the Revis effect.
Revis is Revis.
Yes.
But Sammy's job is to catch the ball. We know who Darrell Revis is.
I know he is.
Probably one of the greatest cornerbacks ever. From a technique standpoint, that boy is bad. Revis is bad.
A bad boy.
What he's been doing, no corner has ever done. He literally, besides Dion and maybe Darryl Green, Revis shuts down that top receiver week in and week out. It doesn't matter who it is.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It doesn't matter.
And sometimes it's mentally, sometimes it's physically, and sometimes it's just they don't want to target him. You know what I mean? Like there's different areas he does that.
You kids at home, you listening to Shy Glizzy and I'm so awesome, all that music, the rap music, you think these young receivers are the deal. You better show respect to Revis, man. I talk to kids all the time. They're like, "Oh man, my boy, who's young? My boy Julio Jones or this guy. They'll give it to Revis. They'll give it to Revis.
No way.
3 catches, 14 yards. Come over here. Come sit on this side of the island.
That's it.
Banned. You're banned from the rest of the island.
He can't get off of Revis Island. Everybody, like right now, Twitter's talking about Sammy Watkins and that 4-yard catch.
The 4-yard catch.
Even though, don't get me wrong, it was a crucial catch for third down. Yeah. But to me, okay, that won the game. That sealed the game for him. But right now, we just talking about Revis versus Watkins.
You know what they're doing? Because we have a Vine world. That was a Vine catch. That 4-yard, that was a good shake. He threw Revis off of him. If he could convert it, he would want to put that hand up and go deep.
But Revis was over the top.
He got over the top. He ran the out route. It was cute. That was one of those like
saucy. It was
pat him on the back pad like good catch, bro. Good catch, bro. Yeah, we kept it moving.
But he thought he did something on that catch.
No, he was feeling good. He was feeling good. It's a first down. It's a first down.
It sealed the game for him.
Exactly. Had it not been a first down, it would have just been like, that's all they throwing you, bro. If I was just like, that's all they're throwing to you. They got into a fight. They got into an altercation. I needed that. Like you said, as a receiver, I needed that. I needed to see that because what he did to Brent Grimes last week, Sammy Watkins, 8 catches, $114, I believe.
And only he was targeted 8 times.
Yeah.
Everything's a catch, coach.
Everything.
So you know he was feeling himself. That's why they started the game off with the PCP, post corner post.
Trying to build his confidence.
It was too big.
Trying to build his confidence. But that's like that with everybody that goes up against Revis. That's how most of these guys' stats are. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. If you don't run good routes against Darrell Revis, you're not going to get open. He's the most technically sound.
Even if you do,
corner.
you might not get open.
That's true.
So if you're Robert Woods, the other receiver, are you mad? Because we still kept targeting this man. Yo, man, stop throwing over there, man. I'm killing my dude. That's what you feel like because he's over there getting locked up by Revis.
And you're wide open.
Why keep going over there? I got 3 catches, 19 yards. Come on, coach.
Look.
Come on, coach.
I feel like you guys should have a section.
Nobody's want to pick me up for fantasy.
We haven't done it yet, but I feel like
yards.
you guys should totally have a segment that's "Come on, coach." Like, what was the play of the game where you're like, "Come on,
come on, man."
We'll do it.
Come on, coach.
But
you
know
like
what?
It. Hashtag "Come on, coach."
Wood should have been open tonight.
Cromartie, come on, coach.
So Cromartie was
you
not
didn't have
playing.
Cromartie playing on the other side, so it's like,
oh my god,
where were you at during this game? He didn't show up. Robert Woods. Come on, Mr. USC, where was you at tonight?
At the same time, you can't be like that because if the ball is not getting thrown to me,
true.
Come on, coach.
They kept trying to force it to Watkins.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
you know
he's
the
Watkins
go-to guy.
is their go-to guy. He's a #1 receiver. They drafted up #4 overall.
Right.
And they expect him to be that
Revis.
that dog.
To catch that PCP.
Exactly.
Right.
To be that Megatron,
Exactly.
that Antonio Brown, that number one receiver. But right now
tonight he can't.
Well, he's not there yet. He's in his second year.
He's not there yet against Darrell Revis.
You know,
I don't want to go to that. He's not there yet. Second year. Julio Jones is in his second year,
right.
third year.
Yeah.
If they draft you that high, it's go
you
time.
producing right away.
Yeah.
Randy Moss had 17 touchdowns his rookie year.
Yeah, he was balling.
Beckham Jr.
But then again, it's like Watkins was just
Odell
complaining 2-3 weeks ago about not getting the ball, and he went on that big old Twitter rant. You know, mad at the fans, mad at the coaches about not getting the ball.
It always comes back.
It's social media. It's like, come on, man.
Always
Really?
comes
Come
back.
on,
So, all in favor of another abandoned ship over in the Revis Island waters? All in favor, yay?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
He's
The USS Watkins.
He's locked.
It's over. It's locked down, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Won't let me out. Hey.
Oh my God, I love you guys.
So let's move on to another storyline. The biggest storyline, the hype. NFL Network. There was commercials. There were promos. I'm like, geez. The revenge of Rex Ryan. The return
see
of
that?
Rex Ryan.
Did you see that he didn't even come out for pregame?
I wouldn't have either.
He didn't.
Yeah,
That's
I
like one of the
wouldn't
first
have.
times he didn't come out for pregame.
You don't want to make it all about me.
Oh, he does.
Well,
I
Rex
love
Ryan-
it.
Not
Hold
right
on.
there. Not right there.
Rex
Not right
Ryan.
there.
Come on.
He's a me coach. Rex
a-
Ryan
okay.
loves that media
Okay.
attention. He
Yeah.
loves it. Rex Ryan loves
I
that.
understand
I was
that.
actually shocked because I thought he would have wanted to come out to see if he could razzle the fans, if he could do something. The fact that he didn't made me be. Actually, the fact that he didn't made me be like, wow. He's actually taking this seriously. We might be screwed.
Well, it has to come off like that.
He was
Yeah.
trying to. Rex
Yes,
Ryan
sir.
was trying to chill. That's what it came. He was trying to chill before the game started. He had his press conferences during the week when he came out. Wearing a Clemson helmet.
Oh, man.
And then really, you never know what you're gonna get from Rex. So
That's
when
why I
he
loved
didn't
him.
come out before the game, everybody's like, "Where's Rex Ryan at? Where's Rex Ryan at?" Because you're expecting him to do something that's obnoxious or say something silly before the game even gets started. But it seemed like he was just focused on the game. This was almost like a Super Bowl for him, just because it's his first game back at MetLife Stadium. So it's
And honestly, I mean, when you talk about Rex, I mean, Rex got done wrong. I'm sorry. Like, Rex, he's so... I mean, it's not like because, like, there was a lot of fans being like, I hate Rex, this Rex, that Rex. But
They
when you
don't know
really think
anything.
about it, number one, I love Rex Ryan as a coach. Number two, it's not like he quit and took a job somewhere else. He got fired. And before that, he was working with his hands tied. When you got John Igzik, like, everything was against. They were button heads with so many decisions, and the way that Rex wanted to build the team, he was not allowed to do. Then he was the one that had to take the blame for the team doing bad, and then he got fired. So it's not like he really did the Jets wrong.
right.
In my opinion.
I don't think he did the Jets wrong. It's just
No.
when you have a head coach and a GM that are not seeing eye to eye, things are going to happen because a coach has one vision and a GM has another vision.
Right,
And it's like the GM hires the head coach most of the time, unless he gets overruled by the owner. But it's just after a while, they stopped agreeing with one another. Rex Ryan is one of those coaches that he needs power.
Right.
He needs it, because he...
I don't know that he necessarily... Yes, he needs power, but I don't think he needs power because he needs power. I think he needs trusts and to let him do his job.
Right, exactly,
You know
to
what I mean?
bring
Like,
in-
I
to
don't think
bring
he
in-
wants power to be like, I'm the one in charge.
Right.
I'm Rex Ryan. But you need to... A guy like that, you need to just trust that he's going to do and produce the best results he can and let him do it. And I feel like that's not what they allowed him to
Yeah,
do, and
he
that's
has-
why the Jets went so downhill.
Right. He has a proven track record, so he wants to bring in a certain kind of player that he knows is going to fit his defensive scheme.
Right.
And, Izzik didn't allow him to do that. So
Right.
it's...
What I'm hearing you
Gave him the
guys,
boot.
I agree somewhat with you all, but what I'm hearing you guys say about, okay, the power and you want to bring in guys for his defensive scheme and he wasn't allowed to do whatever he wanted to do. Here's what gets me. If you're a defensive-minded coach, the one thing you need more than anything, more than a running back or a big play receiver, you need a quarterback. And he, with 2 first-round picks, whether it was him or the GM, 2 first-round quarterbacks, you got them both wrong. Mark Sanchez and bum-o Geno Smith. Bro, he's not good to me.
No, he's not at all. I didn't think he was that.
Geno Smith's not good to me at all.
I didn't think he was good coming out of West Virginia, but
yeah,
I think he's worse than Mark Sanchez too.
Yeah, that's
you didn't have to draft him. No,
but it's every year there's a crop of quarterbacks that you consider to be the top 5.
Mel Kiper and those guys.
It's every year. They may not be the best, but it's like who's the best available for this team because every team is trying to find that quarterback to be the next face of the franchise. That's just how it goes. You know, quarterbacks come and go. Mark Sanchez, first round draft pick. Okay, they paid him what, 30, 40, 50 million, something crazy. Got paid. He went to 2 AFC championship games, but that wasn't because of him. That was because of his defense.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my God.
Because of his defense. So it wasn't Sanchez.
Well, I mean, it sounds crazy. I don't want to play Monday morning quarterback or anything, but I'm talking about taking those first round picks, trying to make some sort of package deal to go out there and grab a quarterback. Go grab somebody. Go try and get Phillip Rivers. Go try and get I don't want to say Matt Ryan because the Atlanta Falcons wasn't going to let him go, but go and get one of those. Someone better than Ryan Fitzpatrick. Right. I can get if I'm gonna trade you my first round pick, I can get better than a Ryan Fitzpatrick.
On a free agent level?
On a free agency thing, instead of trying to draft, we have to draft our future quarterback or whatever. Why not go in and use that first round pick to try and bait somebody to come in here? I can't think of off the top of the head because I don't want to go with Ryan Mallett. I don't want to say those type of guys.
No.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is better than Ryan Mallett. He's better than Matt Castle.
He at least shows up and makes the flight.
He at least shows up. So
that was a good one. That boy, he's silly.
He's
very silly. I don't know how you do. That's the worst. One thing you cannot do. You know you're playing the game on Sundays. You cannot miss the team flight. It don't matter.
You can't miss the team.
You cannot miss the team flight. That's so bad.
Somebody
that is so
did that
bad.
in Canada.
I can understand. Okay, if your wife is having a baby or just something happened with your family, but to sit there and say I was stuck in traffic or I overslept, get out of here. Like, get out of here, Matt. That's why you got released.
That's why you
get out of here.
Bringing it back to okay. What's up?
My question to you guys is, and I don't know if this is a stat that any of you guys know, so I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you know what the percentages of head coaches that come from a defensive background as opposed to offensive?
No.
I feel like there's more
I mean, Belichick is a defensive guy.
I feel like there's more that come from defense that are head coaches. Do you think that that's true? Or do you think
maybe? I think it's a great balance. I think there's because you got offensive lineman Dan Campbell down in Miami, the interim head coach. He was a tight end.
He's a tight end coach, but he's not calling the plays.
He's not calling. No, but he's still a head coach. But I just always think even Singletary, because they drafted Alex Smith. Alex Smith didn't turn out to be a #1 pick of the draft type caliber NFL player.
I was hoping for Alex Smith for us.
I think Alex Smith is good, but he just didn't. He went through so many different offensive coordinators in San Francisco. If you're going through a different system, you can't get comfortable in what you're doing. So that means whatever you did, whatever film you watched last year in 2014 is going to be totally different in 2015. You can't watch those same plays because it's a totally different offense.
Right.
And that's, as for a quarterback, that sucks. Because you want to be able to watch what you did the year before to improve on that going into the next year.
All right, so speaking of improving, speaking of the games we got coming up, let's talk a little bit about the state of each organization right now for the rest of the season, of each team. State of the Bills, state of the Jets. They're both 5-4 now. They're both locked in the race for that wild card spots, the 1 and 2 wild card spots, which baffles me because the Indianapolis Colts are leading their division and are going to go to the playoffs if they win out in their division.
Yeah,
sorry Colts, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, Andrew Luck's got to get better too.
At 5-4, your Jets 5-4 with Fitzpatrick getting thumb surgery tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, he should be better by next Sunday though.
Right? Yeah, he'll be back in there.
Surgery. It's surgery. So let's say you might have Geno coming out. What's going to happen? What's going to happen with your Jets for the rest of the season?
If Geno comes out, what's going to happen is I'm going to shed tears.
E40 voice.
Yeah. I think that we'll be in the run. I hate to say it. I don't know that we'll make playoffs. I feel like we'll finish. You want me to say like what we'll finish? What I don't
Just
know.
for the rest of the season, what would you like to see happen? What's your prediction for the rest of the season? Just all
What I'd like
around.
to see happen is I would like to see Fitzpatrick come back, and I would like to see Brandon Marshall stop making as many mistakes. I feel like those are two big key things because I feel like our defense is pretty much okay.
Defense is playing okay.
Yeah, so I feel like what we need is improvement on the offense. I definitely feel like we're gonna win. I don't think we've peaked and we're going downhill. I feel like we'll definitely get a few more W's. Maybe.
No, you're good.
I think we'll be in a run for the wild card spot.
Buffalo Bills now.
I feel like the Buffalo Bills are they're going to give us a good run for our money. I feel like they do, though. The thing is with the Jets, and I don't say this to make excuses because I know my team, but there's a big difference between us getting beat and us beating ourselves. And I feel like a game like tonight is one of those games where it's borderline we beat ourselves with our turnovers and with not being able to capitalize on getting a turnover. So it's games like that. I mean, you put Buffalo up against some other teams, their offense isn't really producing a lot of results, so I don't think that they're just gonna blow other teams away either.
Yeah.
So I feel like we'll end the season with a better record than the Buffalo Bills.
D8?
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I think tonight was a big statement game, a huge statement game for the Bills that they made tonight and beating the Jets. Now both teams are 5-4, so it's which team is gonna go up, which team is gonna go down. And as far as the Jets are concerned, I think they have that track record right now to put together. This is an experienced ball club. They got guys, veteran guys at every single position. It's not like they're a young team. It's not like they have Geno Smith at quarterback right now. Right now it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's a guy that's been around for 10 years now, so he's able to make those plays. He's been he's played in those big games, so he knows how to get the job done. And if they can really bounce back from what they did tonight and try to put it together with these next 6-7 games, I think they have a shot. What do they got? They got Houston, Miami, New York, Tennessee, Dallas, New England, Buffalo. I think out of those 7 games, that's at least 5 victories right there. I don't see them beating New England. New York is a toss-up game right now.
See, I think we got a chance against New England. If Brandon Marshall would have caught that pass and it would have been 28-17, it would have been a different result of that game.
But there you go again with Brandon Marshall.
That's what I'm saying.
So Brandon Marshall is
proven track record. You can't say that's just what he is now.
That's why he was in my wish list of getting back on the right track.
But then again, he's Brandon Marshall is a Pro Bowler. You can't continue to make these mistakes. It's been happening year after year. You can't keep doing that. Yeah, you're a top 10 receiver in this league, but you're making bonehead rookie mistakes that shouldn't be happening.
Exactly.
No, you're right.
It should not be happening.
So what about the Buffalo Bills moving forward?
Moving forward, I think if their offense can just really put it together, I think they'll be able to contend for the wild card. Also, this is just one of those games where it just was like, okay, who's gonna win this game tonight? And Buffalo pulled that out. Why? Because they were able to create turnovers. The Jets turn the ball over way too many times tonight. 4 turnovers is a lot, let alone just 1, but 4. There's no way you're gonna win the game. And if you turn the ball over four times, the Bills are supposed to win the game.
Supposed to.
I don't think they have that explosive of an offense, but they got guys. They got Tyrod Taylor. If LaShawn McCoy stays healthy, if they can get the ball into Sammy Watkins' hands somehow, some way, last on Sunday he had 8 catches for 160 yards. So they got guys that can do it, and then they also have a top 10 defense that has playmakers on that side.
Well, when they're 4-1 when all 3 of those guys are lined up and they're healthy. So I think health is the biggest thing for them. The defense is going to play well. Obviously, it's a Rex Ryan. They're lights out. They're going to play good enough to win games. 31 points per game when Shady, Tyrod, and Sammy are all lined up together, and 363 yards per game. So, and they're that's a nice average. 4-1. Yeah. Sammy just got back from injury, so now we can really see these guys get going. 2 games back, 2 games. Shady McCoy's had over 100. So maybe we're seeing something. This was just one of those games where we had to win for us. We had to win this game for us.
Right. I would limit to add on to that. I just think just looking at their schedule, it's New England next week. I don't see them. They lost 42-30 earlier in the season, so I don't see Buffalo winning that game. Kansas City, that's a toss-up. They should beat Houston. Philly, they're coming on strong right now. Washington, it should be Washington. Dallas, if they got Romo back week 16, I don't see them winning that game. And in New York again, once again, another rivalry game, AFC East game. It's like it's a must win. So it's just going to come down to who plays better. And I think, with the Jets and the Bills, they're two teams that can compete for this AFC wild card.
Well, both teams definitely have a bullseye on their back because a lot of teams want that wild card spot. The Steelers, the Raiders are in the mix. Mm-hmm. So let's go this week. Let's talk a little predictions this week. I'm going to run down the games. I'm going to talk the games.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Ooh,
You heard that?
Yeah.
Ooh,
that should come with
pass. We're in November now.
Should come with its own emoji, weird sound emoji. All right, so I'm gonna name the game that's coming up this weekend, Sunday, Monday, Sunday night, and you guys just give me who you think is gonna win and just a quick one-liner, real quick one-liner. So first up, Jacksonville at Baltimore.
Baltimore.
¿Por qué?
Jacksonville is sloppy. We beat them, and they played sloppy football.
I gotta go with. Oh man, I'm just going with Baltimore. Joe Flacco, man. Baltimore, their D. They need a victory. Let's go.
Yeah.
I say Jacksonville because I'm going with the sleeper. Detroit at Green Bay.
Green Bay, they need a win.
They need that.
Man, this is Green Bay gonna beat the brakes off of the Lions. The Lions have not beaten the Packers in almost it's been 20 years they haven't won at Lambeau Field. So this might get ugly.
Aaron Rodgers has been getting embarrassed though.
This could be one of those games where it's like, okay, I'm back. I'm back.
All right, we gonna see.
Right. Miami at Philly.
Ooh.
Philly needs this win more than Green Bay needs this win.
Oh man, that's a tough one for me. I feel like
Really?
Yeah, I feel like Miami's been sucking, but I feel like when they get it together, they play real well.
They play pretty well.
And same thing with the Eagles. There's not a lot of consistency there. I want to say Miami, but I don't want to root. I don't want to pull for someone in my league, so I'm gonna go with Miami. I think they're gonna win.
Oh, she's going with Miami. I gotta go with Philly. Philly looked great last week against Dallas. To pull that out, that should have been the second game. They beat Dallas, but Philly's looking good. They're coming on strong right now.
Cleveland at Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Is Manziel starting?
No, Josh McCown is back. Manziel doesn't deserve a start
Josh
right
McCown,
now.
who we knocked the out.
They did knock him
day.
out. But I got to go, if I think Landry Jones is starting this week, I got to go with Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chicago at St. Louis.
Ooh.
Chicago's look pretty decent.
They beat the Chargers on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bears. They beat the Chargers on Monday.
St. Louis. I got to stay with St. Louis.
Yeah, I'm going with St. Louis. Just their defense. They're in the in the NFC West, so they play some good teams.
Dallas at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, you disappoint me. I just want y'all to know that, man. I thought y'all were going to beat the Giants. I thought y'all were going to beat the Giants.
Is Romo back this week?
No,
he's got one more week.
One more week.
week.
And Dez, he's still back in, right?
Dez,
he just had some
practice.
Media blow up today, but he's all right.
You know how they hype that stuff
I'm on both
up.
for the Cowboys.
I'm going with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, Jameis Winston. I think they lost that game last week just because Mike Evans dropped way too many passes, but I got to go with Tampa to redeem themselves.
Carolina at Tennessee.
Carolina. Cam Newton is a machine. I love him.
Well, I got to go with Carolina. Tennessee, they really shocked me last week going into New Orleans and winning that game. That is my former team, people. I'm a former Tennessee Titan last year. I'm sorry, guys. I picked against y'all, but thankful y'all won that game last week. But this week, I don't see you guys winning at home against the Carolina Panthers.
Back to
Which is
back.
crazy, right? You hear yourself saying to the Carolina Panthers,
right.
And you're like, what am I saying?
Well, I mean, you got Cam.
I know.
Well,
Superman.
nobody was expecting the Carolina Panthers to do anything this season.
Not at all.
No, but if you think about it, they've had 4 years to rebuild since Cam, and they've done a good job doing that.
Yeah, they have.
A good job. So, all right, so here's another game. We got New Orleans at Washington. This should be a good one. I think New Orleans, but
yeah,
I don't root for Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got to go with New Orleans. I think it's a bounce back game for them. They wasn't expecting to lose at home to the Tennessee Titans, who had lost 5 games, 6 games in a row.
That was rough for them, man.
Yeah,
it's tough.
It's rough. Minnesota at Oakland. Oakland, you better win this game.
Oakland, man. Oakland is on. Man.
Don't hate on
they
my
are
Raiders. Do not.
Who we might think
don't
they
hate on my
are.
Raiders.
No, I'm saying they're on it this year.
I'm sorry.
Carr and Crabtree, that tandem. I mean, I don't know what happened to Carr from last season to this season, but he is on it.
They are. And Raiders, come on, man. You guys are there. You're almost there.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you guys are doing. I thought you guys should have went into Pittsburgh last week and beat the Steelers, but you just did not stop Antonio Brown, which was a big problem.
That's rough.
But I got them. I think they're going to beat Minnesota at home this week.
That's rough. Kansas City at Denver.
That's a tough one, man.
Quick ones. We need to get through these quick ones. Kansas
Let's go.
City at Denver.
I'll go Broncos.
New England at New York Giants.
I think the Giants are going to win.
New England, they're going to keep the undefeated streak going.
Arizona at Seattle.
Seattle.
I'm going Arizona on that one.
Arizona. Houston
At Seattle?
Yeah. It's Seattle. Yeah, it's just Seattle this year. Houston at Cincinnati. That's the Monday night game.
Cincinnati.
Well, we just watched Cincinnati last week on Thursday night, our first Thursday night game.
Yeah.
So I gotta go with the
Underrated
Bengals.
offense.
Well, you all heard the picks. We thank you guys for watching. Why don't you go ahead and tell these guys, we'll sign off. Tell these guys where they can find you guys at one more time.
You guys can find me on all social media platforms at IAMSTEFZ. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem.
Man, you gotta come back and do this. And everybody, you can catch me at DHagan80. Talk to me, holler at me. Any questions you got, want to talk some football, anything in the world, just let me know.
And you can find me at Cultured Athlete. I was about to say social media. You can find me on social media at Cultured Athlete. Make sure you guys follow AfterBuzz as well at AfterBuzz TV and watch us. Keep watching the website AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Brandon London with Stef, my boy D
Hagan. Yay.
We out of here.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.